Welcome back to the Napoleonic Stacking channel. I'm the Napoleonic Stacker. Do I have regrets buying silver? In this video, you're going to find out. So this is my fourth year of silver stacking, and I started back in 2018 when the prices of silver was in the teens. And now, here in 2022, the price of silver again is back in the teens. Many of us are of the mindset that silver is supposed to be a hedge against inflation. It's supposed to be a wealth preserver. And ultimately, what we've seen over the course of the last 4 years, we've seen the prices run up, and then again, we've seen the prices absolutely crash. And basically, metals have been moving with the markets. As the stock market moves up, seemingly metals moves up with it. As the stock market moves down, metals are moving along with the stock market as well. And what we've seen over the course of the last 12 months, the stock market's absolutely crashed. And they say it's not a recession, but boy, I'm feeling it as a recession. Times have been tough for me and for a lot of people that I know. And with the S&P 500, it's fallen roughly 26%. Silver has fallen a proportional 26% over the course of the last 12 months. Gold has fared a little better, falling just a little over 8%. So as a wealth preserver, as a hedge against inflation, gold has actually done a much better job than silver during the last 12 months that we've seen. Has silver kept up with inflation over the course of the last 100 years? And the answer is no, a resounding no. Silver is right around $19 per ounce currently. In order for silver to have kept pace with inflation, we would need to see a spot price close to $30 per ounce. And of course, I'm not being entirely fair because there have been times when silver has kept up with inflation and outpaced inflation, and other times like now where, of course, it hasn't. So do I regret stacking silver? Do I have any regrets? It's a real question. After 4 years of stacking, what are my thoughts on this? So where are the gains in silver? Why am I back to where I started basically 4 years ago today? And ultimately, it's a complicated answer, and I truly don't have all of the answers for you, but here are some insights. As of today, there are 379 paper ounces of silver for every 1 physical ounce that exists. Most of us know paper manipulation and big banks shorting the silver market are one of the reasons that silver prices continues to get suppressed. And ultimately, that's not the main reason. We also have to consider the industrial demand for silver having fallen off since the pandemic, and that fully hasn't recovered yet. We also have to look at the strength of the dollar. As the dollar index, the DXY, continues to increase as a result of the Federal Reserve tightening monetary policy by increasing interest rates, it makes the dollar stronger among a basket of other currencies. And silver, as the dollar goes up, silver always goes down. Anytime you see the dollar move, you can look at the silver charts and see the price move accordingly. And it's like clockwork. But simply because the price of silver is moving down does not mean the demand for silver for metals has actually decreased. In fact, it's dramatically increased. Most of my local coin shops that I go to, they are wiped out of silver, they're wiped out of gold. Most of my big online bullion dealers, when I go to their website, they have pre-order. So basically you're placing the order and they don't physically have the metals yet. Silver stocks in the COMEX, silver stocks in the LBMA, and silver stock in big bullion dealers like APMEX have been drained. There's a dramatic drawdown on silver. Now, it's not to say that they're in any danger of running out of silver, but over the course of the last 12 months, silver supplies have gotten very thin. And we see this drawdown in supply reflected in the premiums that we're paying for physical metal. If you want to pay the spot price for silver, the only way you're really going to do it is with a paper contract. The real silver, you're spending anywhere from $5 to $7 over spot, depending on what you want. And again, with that being said, why in the world am I stacking silver? I've kept you all in suspense long enough. Do I regret stacking silver? No. And here's why. Ultimately, even with all of the manipulation, all of the craziness in the markets, everything that's happening with our country and around the world, silver still has one of the best track records as a store of value historically than anything else other than possibly gold. I still look at my silver as an insurance policy, as a savings account, as a wealth preserver, and yes, a hedge against inflation. And it might take dramatically more inflation before we see metals move the direction we expect to see it. But with that being said, also, if other equities continue to depreciate and people can't get the gains that they're expecting in, say, the housing market or the stock market, just like in 2008, people could very well pile back into silver. And we've seen silver bull runs throughout history, and I'm holding out till the next one. And not only that, but our president earlier this year signed an executive order, 14067, which basically gives the federal government and the president some scary controls over our money. So I, for one, am glad to have physical metal at my disposal in a time that I might need it. But those are my thoughts. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. What's your experience been like silver stacking this last year? And just one final note, everything you see before you here is silver, gold, platinum that I've actually picked up since my last video. Yikes. It's been a while. I do apologize for the long intervals between posting, and I will be doing some reviews for some of the pieces you see here shortly. But I greatly appreciate everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, Napoleonic Stacker, signing out.